Hey friends, and welcome back to my channel and a brand new video. We are continuing the spring cleaning series by deep cleaning the kitchen today. If you are new, we are in week 2 of my spring cleaning series, and I have a spring cleaning checklist I am following, which I will have linked down in the description box. But I hope you will follow and clean along with me as we deep clean and reset our homes. I have a ton of cleaning motivation in today's video, but before we get started, if you are new, please hit that subscribe button. It's completely free and just lets you know when I post a new video. If you are a returning subscriber, give this video a thumbs up, grab your to-do list or my spring cleaning checklist, and let's get some cleaning done together. Good morning. We are starting this video with a quick look at the before. This was actually filmed during our spring break, which was the second week of March, so the whole family was at home together. Ironically, the kitchen was not too bad, just a few items out on the counters that need to be put away. Now, the upstairs, on the other hand, is a completely different story, but I will save that for another video. So I'm going to do a quick tidy of the kitchen counters and then dive right into spring cleaning the kitchen. Now, if you have downloaded the spring cleaning checklist and you are planning to spring clean your house, will you let me know down in the comments? I would love to know if you are cleaning with me or if you plan to do it in the near future. I know spring can vary depending upon which part of the country or world you live in, but I would love to hear any insight or feedback you have. Okay, before we get started, I just got this new O-Cedar mop bucket. I went out and purchased this with my own money because my old mop bucket broke. So that little part that you pump up and down with your foot to spin the mop to get the water out either stopped spinning or something broke on it to prevent it from spinning the mop. So I have been looking at this version, which is the rinse clean system. So it keeps the clean water separate from the dirty water for a while now, but my old mop was working just fine until it stopped working. So I went ahead and bought this version because I'm going to use it to clean my cabinets with today, but I can also use it to mop the floors. I was very excited to take it out of the box and start putting everything together, and I wanted to share the process with you in case you are also in the market for a new mop or you have the original O-Cedar mop bucket and you were curious about this one. The first item on my checklist is to dust the top of the cabinets and the lights or fixtures in the kitchen. So here I'm adding a new Swiffer refill to my wand so I can dust the top of my cabinets. Now next time I will get one of those heavy duty dusters with the flexible bristles. I actually ordered an extendable one to clean the fan in our living room with, but it didn't get here in time for this video. Because the tops of my cabinets are unfinished, the material of the Swiffer kept getting caught or stuck as I was trying to glide it along the top of the cabinets. But as you can see, I was still able to get a lot of dust off the tops of the cabinets. So I'm starting from left to right and then top to bottom. I'm going to go around all the cabinets and dust the tops. Now, some of the cabinets go all the way up to the ceiling, so I won't dust those since I can clean that part with the mop later. So now that the tops of my cabinets are dusted, I'm going to remove the hood vent filters so I can get those in the sink to soak. So by the time I finish all the cleaning, I can rinse them off and put them back. And here is a look at the before. You can't really see it on the camera, but there were some grease spots in between the lines. So I'm going to grab these along with the grates for the stovetop, followed by the knobs and the burner covers so I can get those over in the sink to soak and get clean by the end of the day. So my original plan was to lay down a trash can bag in the bottom of the sink to prevent any scratches from the grates or the filters, which is why you'll see a trash bag there. But when I took the grates off the stovetop, I realized there were little rubber stoppers on the bottom, so I just decided against using the bag since it would probably just float to the top anyways. So I'm adding 2 dishwasher tabs, which I use Cascade, you can use any kind, to really hot water in the sink. The dishwasher tabs are a great cleaning tool for lifting grease and dirt, and the enzymes in the tabs also help break down any food residue. So I'm going to let these soak in here for a couple of hours.
Do you ever call back? Do you ever pick up on that phone? Stop pretending I don't know you're home. I guess not. Do you ever respond? Explain it all again and again.
Now I'm going to fill the O-Cedar mop bucket. I'm using about 1.5 teaspoons of powdered Tide, and then I'm going to fill the reservoir with hot water. You'll have to let me know down in the comments if you have used this method to clean your cabinets before, or if you decide to try it and like it. So usually I will take a multi-surface cleaner and go around all the cabinets to individually spray them down and wipe with a multi-purpose cloth, which honestly takes a really long time. So I was very excited to try this method. Okay, so here I'm adding the clean water container back on top of the mop bucket, and I pulled out the red tab and wanted to show you the clean water with the Tide coming into this chamber. So that is where I will put the mop to apply the solution, and then the other side is where you will put the mop to wring out the excess water. And remember that you don't want the mop head drenched, you only want it to be damp.
Tell me why you don't wanna be friends. I guess not. Baby, no, I don't wanna go. You know how much I hate sleeping alone. I can never make it on my own. Tell me what I'm gonna do. Tell me how I'm gonna live my life without you. Yeah, tell me why we don't make sense. Tell me how I'm gonna get through. I don't wanna take another life without you. Yeah, tell me why we don't make sense. Do I ever let go of the days I wish we had? Stop crying over things I can't take back, not yet. Do I ever forget? Erase your pretty face inside my head. Wishing you the best of life instead. Well, not yet. Baby, no, I don't wanna go. You know how much I hate sleeping alone. I can never make it on my own. Tell me what I'm gonna do. Tell me how I'm gonna live my life without you. Yeah, tell me why we don't make sense. Tell me how I'm gonna get through. I don't wanna take another life without you. Yeah, tell me why we don't make sense. You.
So you can see how much easier this is. I don't have to get on a ladder or on top of the countertops to reach the very top. Also, this saved my back from all the bending over and getting on my hands and knees to clean all the nooks and crannies. Plus, it made my house smell so good. If you've never smelled Tide of any kind, it just has a fresh, clean scent, which is what I want my house to smell like at all times. I also wanted you to see that my cabinets are not flat. They have a raised panel in the center, so I was worried about being able to clean the space around the front panels. But since the head of the mop is triangular, I wasn't able to fit it into that space to clean the entire cabinet. So now I'm going to repeat the same process on the bottom cabinets and then the sides of the island.
I keep wishing we'll end up together, you. Oh, you. I keep wishing. Tell me what I'm gonna do. Tell me how I'm gonna live my life without you. Yeah, tell me why we don't make sense. Tell me what I'm gonna do. Tell me how I'm gonna live my life without you. Yeah, tell me why we don't make sense. Tell me how I'm gonna get through. I don't wanna take another life without you. Yeah, tell me why we don't make sense. Oh no.
Okay, so now I'm moving on to the light fixtures. I'm using my Swiffer duster to clean off the dust from the cable cover and the outside and inside of the individual fixtures. And then I'm going to come back and wipe everything down with Mrs. Meyer's multi-surface cleaner. And I don't know why that middle light fixture looks darker or dimmer than the other two. I went back and checked it and it has this same light bulb. So I think I might just replace all 3 light bulbs to make sure that there's nothing wrong with that middle, like electrical wires or something.
I used to think I had plenty of dreams and light in my life. Still my glass was half empty.
All right, when I dusted the hood vent, I noticed the top of the vent was sticky, which is probably from all the bacon my family has consumed over the past 2 months. I'm starting by spraying my Mr. Clean solution, which is really good at cutting grease all over the hood, and then I will wipe it down with my multi-purpose cloth. For really tough stuck-on grease, I would let this sit for a few minutes or hours, depending upon how long the grease has been there or how caked on it is, but I was able to wipe it off right away. After that, I'm going to come back in with an e-cloth, which is made specifically for stainless steel, and with these, you only have to add water. So I'm going to start with a textured side to make sure all the grease, dust, and grime is removed, and then I'll wipe it all down with the smooth side so it's nice and shiny and clean.
But you came along and showed me how to love without limits, to have a good time.
Okay, you guys, we are trucking right along. So far I've dusted the tops of my cabinets, I've cleaned all of my cabinets, and dusted and cleaned the light fixtures in the kitchen and cleaned the hood vent. So now I'm moving on to the appliances. For the microwave, I'm going to use Dawn Power Wash. I'm just spraying a bit into the microwave directly and then coming back in with a wet Scrub Daddy to clean down the inside and the door. Now, another option is you can get a glass container or any microwavable safe container and fill it with vinegar and water. I believe it's 1 cup of water and 1 to 2 tablespoons of vinegar. You microwave that on high for 2 to 5 minutes or until the liquid boils. Let that sit with the door closed for a couple of minutes to allow the steam to loosen the grime, and then you remove the bowl and wipe everything down.
Was always half empty, but now you're in my life. We're far away from the city lights, so small under the night sky. It's just us two, but I don't mind. You could never wear.
All right, you guys, look at how nasty my oven door is. So to clean the oven door, I'm using the pink stuff. If you haven't tried this stuff, it's amazing. You can use it to clean so many things on different surfaces. You can use it on the stovetop, sinks, showers, bathtubs, and outdoor furniture. I've even read that you can use it on cooking pans to remove burnt on food and scorch marks. So I just took a few clumps and scrubbed it in with the wet Scrub Daddy. I'm just making sure that it's all worked into the corners and crevices before I let that sit.
Even after all of these years, you still look at me with the same.
So while that's sitting, I'm going to clean the stovetop. I'm using a vacuum cleaner to get all the crumbs off the top and out of the little holes where the burner covers go. And then I'm going to use Dawn Power Wash to really clean off the stovetop. This is going to remove all those watermarks you saw, any burnt on food, and the grease marks that were around the knobs. This is such a powerful cleaning tool, which is why it stays out on my counter by the sink and we use it every day.
It's just us two, but I don't mind. You could never wear me out.
To clean the refrigerator, I'm using the Wyman stainless steel spray. You can spray this directly on the surface or you can spray on your cloth first. But the trick is with using this product, you have to rub it in really good with the grain. So the first time I apply it, I'm really just kind of spreading the product over the surface, but then I go back in and almost buff the product into the surface, which is where it really shines and comes away streak free.
You could never wear me out. We have come all this way, love, so I don't see us stopping.
I'm trying to be a superhero. Mommy, I got something for you. Got this flower for you.
Oh, so much. They're beautiful. Where'd you get them?
From the neighbor.
Oh,
What?
thank you.
Where'd you get
So I left the sound on that clip so you can hear his sweet little voice. Even though he picked them from our neighbor's yard, he was so sweet and thoughtful to bring me flowers. So now that I've let this sit here for about 20 minutes, I honestly wasn't expecting much. I figured I would have to reapply and let it sit for an hour or so, but as I started scraping, I noticed the glass was getting clear and all the stains and marks were coming off. So I grabbed a wet microfiber cloth to remove the excess product, and then I grabbed another wet cloth to wipe everything down. And then I'm going to come in with Windex to actually clean the glass to leave it streak-free. And are y'all seeing this? It got everything off the glass and it's so clear that I can see my reflection in it. Just look at this, will you? I am so amazed at how well the pink stuff worked. Okay, you can tell by the sun that this is towards the end of the day, but I'm going to rinse off all the filters, grates, and burner covers and lay them out on the towel to dry. So while I'm doing that, let's bring back our video questions, which they help me get to know you better and also allows you to get to know me more as well. I know a few of you mentioned it in my comments last week that you missed my questions and I wasn't sure if you guys were getting tired of them, but I will keep asking them for as long as you guys want. Okay, so today's question is, do you prefer to DIY or hire out for projects around your house? And I'm talking like painting walls or accent walls, pressure washing your back patio or front driveway, applying mulch to your flower beds, mowing your lawn, installing a fan, stuff like this. Or even bigger projects like, would you reface your kitchen cabinets yourself or YouTube how to do something that you would usually hire out? So what is your go-to method? Do you try it first yourself or do you always hire out? So for me, y'all, I grew up with a dad who could do anything. And if he couldn't do it himself, he knew a friend who could do it for him. So I've always had that mentality that I can do anything myself. I can paint a wall. I can redo furniture. I can do my own yard, etc. You get the picture. Pray for my husband. But you know what I can't do? I cannot use a Cricut maker or make crafty projects. I am not that creative person that has the artistic side of my brain that works that way. I cannot make designs on t-shirts or draw art pictures on pages for my kids to color. I will go search the internet for a coloring page for my kids before I try and draw anything myself. I know so many women who can make monogram clothes or make all these hats or shirts and accessories for their kids, and I can't do that. But I can paint a room or a wall in my house, and I will definitely try installing anything with a nail gun. So that stuff doesn't bother me. I feel like nowadays you could YouTube anything and there is a video to show you and walk you through the steps of whatever you want to do. So let me know down in the comments if you are a DIYer or a do-it-yourselfer. And if you are, what you love to do yourself or if you hire out and what your last project was. No judgment either way. We just hired a company to come reapply polymer sand to our back deck and seal it. Did I want to do it myself? Yes. But did I have the tools or skills to do it myself? No. So I had to let that go and we hired someone to do it. So I can't wait to see your responses in the comments. Okay, this is the next day. I checked off my list what I was able to finish yesterday. So today I'm going to start by cleaning the dishwasher filter and the filter cover. So you can see they were both dirty. The cover had either food or just grime around the hole where the filter goes. And the filter had food and grime and nastiness inside of it. So I'm going to take the filter apart so I can clean each piece individually. I'm spraying some Dawn Power Wash on each piece, and then I'm scrubbing with a toothbrush to really clean all the surfaces, and then I will rinse it off and let it air dry before putting it back.
My life's an adventure, 'cause you came along and showed me how to love without limits, to have a good time. Now my life's an adventure, and you're the reason why. We're far away from the city lights, so small under the night sky. It's just us two, but I don't
So now we're going to repeat the same process as yesterday. I'm adding a teaspoon of powder Tide to the clean water bucket, and then I'm going to fill it with hot water. So I'm going to use the same method for cleaning my cabinets to clean the backsplash today. In hindsight, I should have done this yesterday with the mop bucket when I had everything out, but I completely forgot. My little helper wanted to help me, so I let him press down on the pedal to spin the water out. So I'm going to repeat the same process. I'm going to go around the kitchen from left to right in sections. I will remove the items off the countertops and then clean the backsplash with the O-Cedar mop in the same solution as I clean the cabinets with. All right, you guys, we are getting so close to the end. So I'm using Dawn dish soap and hot water to clean off the granite countertops before I put everything back. I typically will use either the Mr. Clean antibacterial cleaner or Mrs. Meyer's multi-surface cleaner, but every now and then it's good to clean off your counters with just soap and water.
Some balance in my life, but I never really put up a fight. Didn't follow my dreams, and now I'm losing sleep. What if I lost touch? What if I'll never get it right? I try to follow my heart, but I lost it somehow. Wish that someone could say it'll all be okay. Just listen to me as I say.
So I mentioned earlier that this was filmed during my kids' spring break. So I took the week off of work and we were all at home together, which was so nice. To be honest, spring break just snuck up on us and we didn't have time to plan a vacation to go anywhere, which is perfectly fine. We all needed a staycation to rest and reset after all the activities and school and work responsibilities. So we slept in every day. We stayed up late watching movies. We let the kids each pick one thing that they really wanted to do during the week. So Caleb had a sleepover with his best friend. We took the kids to see Dogman at the movies, and then we went to Dave & Buster's, which is like an indoor arcade where the kids play games, collect tickets, and get prizes at the end. And I was cleaning in between all the fun, and the weather was so nice, a little warmer than usual, highs in the low 80s, so the kids played outside. And at the end of the week, they tried to go swimming, but they ended up back in the spa, which is the only part of the pool that's heated since it was still a little too chilly. So let me know when your spring break is and if you have any plans. I know the northern states usually don't have spring break until April, but most of Texas schools have spring break either the second or third week of March.
I feel like I was never heard. All I wanted was to be loved. What if I lost touch? What if I'll never get it right? I try to follow my heart, but I lost it somehow. Wish that someone could say it'll all be okay. Just
All right, you guys, I finished everything off of my checklist. Now, I'm not going to declutter the pantry or the cabinets and drawers since I just did that in my decluttering series this year. If you want to watch those videos, I will have my decluttering series playlist linked in the description box so you can watch those videos. But if you haven't done this yet, then now is the perfect time to get those tasks taken care of. I just want to say thank you for being here with me today. I know we all have busy schedules and don't have the time to sit down and watch a 30-minute YouTube video. So for you guys to still be here and watch my video all the way through, I just want to say thank you. Be sure to come back next week as I deep clean the back patio. I will be following my spring cleaning checklist and deep cleaning the back patio, all the windows, furniture, appliances, all the outdoor things. I will have all my spring cleaning videos saved to a playlist that I have linked below. If you missed week 1, I deep cleaned the master bedroom, so be sure to check that out if you haven't already. If you are new here, then I'm so glad you found my channel, and if you like my content, I hope you will consider subscribing. That way you won't miss any future videos. Please be sure to say hi and introduce yourself down in the comments. I hope you guys have a great week. Be sure to come back next week for week 3 in my spring cleaning series, and I will see you then. Bye.